Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial for Final Fantasy Record Keeper. This time going to be taking another look at the Siren Magicite battle. I did actually post a video about this battle a while ago, but thanks to power creep and a couple other things, I've revised my strategy and I can actually sub 60 her now. So that was actually a big relief because before I was usually over a minute, so it was nice to finally be able to take her down that fast. So let's start by taking a look at the Magicite deck. So we've got Phantom for the main one, and he's basically going to be helping with the Holy Resistance. And then for our sub, we've got Hades to empower attack as well as empower darkness, and Fire Main, and for the ice resistance, give you a little bit extra resistance against her magic attacks. And then two Ivrays, or one Ivray, sorry, I missed the second one, that's actually Necrophobe. So Ivray for the attack boost, and then Necrophobe for the little bit of dark empowerment as well as the holy resistance. So, taking a look at the lineup here. So first we've got Riku. He's pretty much going to be our MVP for this battle because for the Soul Breaks, I managed to get his Awakening at the last Kingdom Hearts event. And then also I got his Arcane on the first Kingdom Hearts event. Still have the Burst in there, though I usually don't need it for the battle. That's just kind of a backup plan in case the battle ends up going longer than expected. Pretty much Life Siphon, and then Dread Weapon once his Awakening kicks in. Thunder God Cid, going to be using Mark of Darkness as well as Dread Weapon, and perhaps one of the most useful Ultras out there, Sword Saint, especially when fighting enemies weak against Dark and Holy. Oh yes, and then for Record Materia, we are going to be with Riku. He's going to be starting empowered with Dark, and then we've got his Dark double cast, very helpful. For Thunder God Cid, starting with Haste, and then his chance for Night and Darkness abilities to trigger twice. Actually, why am I doing that one? I should probably... No, that's fine. I thought there was another one that... Okay, I got confused with something. Never mind, ignore me. Actually, don't ignore me, otherwise you're not going to be paying attention to the video. So... Cloud, he's going to be focusing on heavy damage, so that's why for Record Materia I decided to switch it up a little bit, where going back to one of his basic ones, just increase physical damage, and then delay darkness. Again, got that one for last Kingdom Hearts event, and then the more damage with heavy abilities. Onion Knight is going to be really the only thing we use here is just the start with lack of delay. He's going to be our secondary healer, as well as dispelling her regen and haste. Soul Break, he's pretty much just using Forbidden Power to get that attack increase, haste, as well as the critical hit chance. And then Aerith, of course, is going to be using Innocent Cure, as well as her Record Materia for double casting white, and then giving a chance to heal everyone a little bit when using white abilities. So that is the lineup that I've got for this battle. Going to be using Fabula Guardian as our main Magicite there, or as our roaming warrior. And as you can see here, my best time is 38 seconds, but haven't always been able to replicate that. It's more or less really dependent on if my my darkness abilities manage to double cast. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at the fight now with Siren, and again, this time more of a just straight out brute force DPS battle, as opposed to my first attempt that I used for the longest time. That was just battery method. So Thunder God Cid starts with the wall, and then from here Onion Knight is going to be mostly either healing, dispelling, and then when he can, doing his Ultra there. And Cloud, he's pretty much going to be hitting with the heavy, so you do gotta watch out a little bit because you gotta not lose track of how many heavy charges you have. Now with Riku, we're going to use Life Siphon a total of 4 times with him, because then that should get me enough energy to build up, or enough Soul Break built up to do my Awakening and then do the Arcane Overstrike shortly afterwards. And what's nice about having Thunder God Sid use Mark of Darkness is sometimes I get lucky and it increases her vulnerability to darkness. So that always is helpful. Just helps take her down a little faster, and that's another thing that can really influence whether I get a decent time on this fight, is how vulnerable I can get her to darkness. So again, Phantom there, he's going to help with that holy resistance. When I was originally doing this, I did have the reduce out, or the Magicite equipped that would let you resist thunder as well, but I figured we'll get rid of that and go for more damage. So I forgot to mention on the last Kingdom Hearts event, I also got Cloud's Dark Ultra. So you'll notice that I didn't hit the Innocent Cure right away. Usually you can go a couple rounds into the fight before you have to start worrying about that. And since we're using mostly a physical team, the fact that it's going to be reducing the delay of our actions is very helpful as well. Okay, so again, Cloud hitting the heavy there. Also, another thing that really influences whether this fight is successful or not, sometimes I do have to restart, because if Siren manages to get off a silence on Onion Knight or Aerith, it's pretty much, well, then we have to go ahead and restart. So, as you can see now, Riku has got enough Soul Break gauge built up, so he can now trigger Dark Awakening. So the Awakenings, honestly, they didn't impress me as much as I thought they would. I guess they're like the next generation burst mode. Though you could probably say Braveries are the next generation burst, but I don't know, Awakenings, not bad to have. It is nice that for a short amount of time, they do give you unlimited use of a certain type of ability. So again, Cloud's going to hit with his Dark. Giant Swing, I think it was. One of the heavy abilities that does Dark. It would be nice if they do start to introduce more options for Dark, because right now it's pretty much just Fire, Earth, and Dark, though mostly the focus is on Earth right now with that Stone Press. It would be nice if they introduced equivalent abilities for Dark or Fire that would let you break the damage cap. That would be pretty cool. And also what's nice about that Overstrike, or not the Overstrike, the Ultra, is you get follow-up attacks. Always very helpful. And then with Thunder God Sid, once he's got the Sword Saint mode kicked in, then I use Dread Weapon. So again, just renewing the Fabula Guardian. And what I do hate as the battle starts to get near the end here, there are times where she will use Kiraga on herself like 3-4 times in a row. And it's like, I'm sorry, that's kind of a cheap move, but we can still get her anyway. Because Riku is about ready to hit with the Arcane Overstrike. So yeah, I think here, yeah, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, this battle, like I said, it can get very frustrating between her regen, her healing herself, and that she can silence people. I've tried using mage teams, but I can never seem to do it because they always, okay, there's 1 cure, 2 cures, Oh, she only did 2 this time. So, okay, now she's gonna... Not gonna do her much good, though, because Riku... Okay, 1 more cure. 2 cures in a row. And she's still got that regen up. But that's not going to help much because Riku is about ready to hit with that Arcane Overstrike. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced, Riku. Because I know the Final Fantasy X has a character with a very similar name as well. So here it is, Aura of Darkness, Arcane Overstrike. And I don't think this one ends it. I think for this fight, yeah, she still has that little tiny sliver of health left. But fortunately, Cloud should be able to take care of that. And there she goes. Siren goes bye-bye. So again, not my best time, but definitely an improvement over my older strategy using the battery method because, like I said, that one took a lot longer because it was basically building up Galbaroth's soul break meter and just making sure I don't lose track of, when, the order that I do the soul breaks in. Well, hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you are struggling with Siren, I hope that the strategy I introduced here does help you. So with that said, I'd like to thank you for watching and have a great day.